Hey guys, Communications, and I got another unboxing video for you. Um, it's also an update, so I just thought, why not? We're doing unboxing anyway. Why don't I just show you what I picked up, which was just a while ago. But it's new to you, even though I picked it up like almost pretty much a month ago. But anyway, first I will start with the next nice, wonderful gift that my friend sent me, that Matt sent me, Matt, Ramble Raft for Life. He sent me Cameron's Closet, which I can't think of I can't believe it. I mean, it's just like, I'm like, you don't have to do this, man, but, that's cool. I feel really, really bad because I have like a package I'm planning on sending out to him, but I haven't been able to send it out yet. I just didn't But anyway, Cameron's Closet on DVD, which is one of my favorite films. I grew up watching it, rented it from Hollywood Video, and liked it ever since. I did a review of this already. Yeah, it's nice to have it on DVD officially. So that's really cool. And yeah, this is a film I really enjoy. I mean, the effects are kind of especially the monster. But I like the idea, I like the performances, and I would definitely say I would recommend it to horror fans out there. At least give it a look. So that's Cameron's Closet, and it was really cool of him to get me. And now we're into the unboxing thing. Now I'm going to go and show you some other stuff that I got, but I'll do that after I do this unboxing part. I got this. I did order a book overseas for like $5, which is the novelization of Return of the Living Dead, which was a really good deal for the novelization of Return of the Living Dead because it was only released in Europe, in the UK. So this right here, I believe it's from my friend Matt because he did say that he was sending me something, a VHS. So. And I know what a VHS sounds like, so let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh. No, actually, it's not VHS because whoops. The one he was gonna send me is bigger than this. I completely forgot about this. Sunset Grill, the unrated cut, I got for like $1. I completely forgot about that. Whoops. But it's live there for you folks. But anyway, this is Sunset Grill, completely unopened, brand new, not even, look, it's completely packaged. It's unopened, unrated version of Sunset Grill with Peter Weller and Lori Singer. Which I was always like, yeah, I didn't, I don't know, maybe I just didn't, buy the Weller with the stash look. I don't think I ever saw it. I got it confused with another film called Sunset Heat. And, or Arizona Heat. Yeah, Arizona Heat's the one I got confused with. So, but I saw a trailer for this recently, and I thought it looked good, so I decided to pick it up, and this was like a while back, and I just now got it. And I feel kind of bad because I thought it was, the other package from my friend Matt. But I know that one is from him, though. Because I didn't order anything this big from Amazon. So, this right here, I didn't order anything this big from Amazon, as far as I remember. So, unless it's something else. But, let's see what it is. Alright. That was Sunset Heat. Not what I thought it was. But that's cool. I still got another surprise then sometime next week during finals. And by the way, finals is going alright. A lot of stuff I got been just working on this weekend and over on Friday and so forth. And it's gotta get done. Oh. Yeah, man. God, my 6 cents. My goddamn 6 cents again. I've been talking about my 6 cents to my friend Matt about what I've been, I'd be like, okay, what am I gonna get? I'm thinking like, okay, I was, I've talked about them like, when I went in, I'll just show this DVD real quick. Perfect Target with Dana Bernhardt. I purchased this off online a while back, and I recently went over to some DVD store, used DVD store, and I thought, like, before I even went in there, I thought to myself, how much you want to bet I'm going to find this movie? It's going to be over there. And I'm like, yep, it was. So I have this, like, sixth sense going on when it comes to movies that I want or something like that. And then the same thing with this. Flash Gordon Savior of the Universe edition. I got this for $1 at Blockbuster. My Blockbuster was going out of business. So they were selling their their store catalog and even their stuff from their online service. And those are what those are. And I was like, I don't really like the Savior Universe edition because it has crappy features. And it's a ripoff. But if I can find it for $1 and upgrade it over my old Image DVD, like, okay, alright, cool. If I can find it for cheap, I'll pick it up. And I found it. So it's a perfect example of going on with this and that and this, which my friend Matt told me he was sending me some kind of big book. And I was thinking, okay, what could it possibly be? I'm like, it can't be the slasher movie book, because I don't think he would subject me to that bullshit, the Mammoth Book of Slasher Movies. He's too awesome of a guy to do that. But then I thought, okay, there's other stuff I have on my list. I mean, but the one thing that popped in my head as soon as he said it was a big book was ultimately what got me, and that is Crystal Lake Memories: The Complete History of Friday the 13th. Just I gotta be honest, man. This is one of the best gifts I've ever gotten from anybody in a long time, and thank you so much, man. This is awesome. I mean, seriously, because I always wanted this, but it was like, a little bit out of my price range. I have the older Friday the 13th book, which is really cool. I think it was called The Making of Friday the 13th, or Camp Blood, or something like that. But I always wanted this because I heard how in-depth it was, and how awesome it was, and how cool it was, and I actually looked through it at like a Powell's when it first came out, but I just didn't have the cash at the time. So this is just awesome. I mean, I know this cost a pretty penny, so $25 it costs at least to buy this brand new, plus shipping it's going to be close to $30. So, but that's just, I mean, thank you so much. I mean, that's so awesome. So, I mean, I will definitely give this book a look. I have my other horror, this is a great addition to my horror film, book collection, my movie book collection. I mean, I'll definitely display it proudly along with my Nightmare USA book. And this is just so cool. I mean, it's awesome. I feel like I feel like it's an early birthday for me. My birthday's in May, so it's like an early birthday present or something. This is so cool. So, yeah, man, all this awesome photos and interviews and sheesh, it's great. I mean, just cool stuff. I mean, really, you think about Friday the 13th, it's a franchise that I've recently grown to really appreciate, and that'll make it really cool to really see firsthand from the actors' perspectives and their interviews and stuff like that. And that's really cool. Very big, wonderful looking book. I mean, definitely taking the time here. I mean, that's presentation is stellar. And there's something about actually looking at an actual book that you cannot replace with a ebook. I mean, come on, an ebook isn't going to be as cool as looking through this. I mean, it's something to have actual hands-on thing, being able to flip through the pages, being able to just pick it up and look at the photos and depth and just coolness, and you can't do with an ebook. That's so cool. Man, Matt. But once again, my sixth sense came into play again. I was thinking, did he really get me Crystal Lake Memories? Like, oh, yeah, he did. That's awesome. So, you have that. Well, of course, that's not necessarily the greatest thing to look at in the high-def photo. The shitty-looking Jason makeup from Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. I mean, this is just pathetic looking. Even worse so on the... But it's so cool. And Jason goes to hell. And it's great. Gonna be a good companion with I think the new Friday the 13th documentary. I think it might just be called Crystal Lake Memories as well. So that's really cool. So it follows all the way up to the Freddy vs. Jason, and all the way up to, well, just all the way up to Freddy vs. Jason, because the remake hadn't come out yet. So it actually talks about the other books, like the spin-off books, so that's pretty cool. The poster, the comic book, awesome. 300 pages of just awesomeness. I will definitely be looking at this over the spring break. So, can't say it enough, Matt. Thank you for so much. This is awesome. Crystal Lake Memories. Just, man. Just really, really cool. Great gift, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest. So, I definitely need to get my package sent out to them as soon as I can. But anyway, I'm gonna show a few more stuff that I got. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. It's a blockbuster. I got this because I think it's a harder to find DVD Paramount release, and this is a film that's on the 1,000. Not 1,000. Well, that'd be a lot of horror films to watch if it was 1,000. 101 Unheralded Horror Films list that I have from Fangoria. It's a book by Fangoria. And I got the FP, Dance Dance Revolution in the Future, and it's intense. And I was always curious about this movie because I saw the trailer for it when the link was listed on Topless Robot back in the day, and it looked like it might be fun. And then I saw the trailers again, and I'm like, I don't know about this now. I don't know. This might be really bad. This might be really bad or really, really funny. I don't know which one it is going to be, but I'll definitely see whenever I see the FP. Jeepers Creepers double feature with Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2 as part of a buy 3 for $10 thing. So Jeepers Creepers 2, it's got both movies. The Jeepers Creepers DVD is the one with just the commentary and deleted scenes and nothing else. But the Jeepers Creepers 2 DVD has all the features on it. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Another film that's on the 101 Unheralded Horror Films list. I always been curious about this film, never saw it. I remember the trailer, I remember the song, and I remember what the clowns look like, I remember the craziness, but I never saw the film. But that's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think I caught it like on Sci-Fi Channel once. Then you have Ghosts of Mars with the better cover, rather than the shitty cover or whatever. Interesting thing about this is that it's got that weird thing that earlier DVDs kind of had, where it had that option you could select widescreen and full screen on one side of the disc, and then it doesn't have a trailer. It doesn't have any trailers on the DVD for the film, which I thought was just weird. I mean, I just think it's weird to see no trailers on a DVD for a film. I mean, usually there's at least one trailer for the movie, and usually that might be the only feature that you have. And to have not even a trailer, that's just strange to me. And the Willow Blu-ray had the same thing. It didn't even have a trailer, and I don't know for sure if there was a commentary or not on the DVD. But I'll definitely need to check into that, because if there was a commentary on the DVD back in the day of Willow, it's not on the Blu-ray, and that's kind of lame. But anyway, here's Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This is the early special edition that has like one documentary and so forth. I've only seen this film once, so I can't really honestly say I'm the biggest fan. That, you know, such a huge fan, I need like up-to-date features, so that's cool. The Loved Ones. I got this because of Trachtenberg's video he did talking about the best films of 2012. He liked this one a lot. Now, yes, he did like Cabin in the Woods. I didn't care for that. But I remember seeing the trailer for this. I remember it being interesting to me. And it was part of the buy 3 for 10. So I was like, okay, it sounds interesting. So I'll, you know, for really cheap, for like, you know, I'll give it a look. So I'll definitely give this a look sometime. I heard it's really brutal and bloody, and it has, you know, nice bits of black humor in it, so that's right up my alley. Picked up a film called Horror, directed by Dante Tomaselli. I guess Dante Tomaselli was a director who was originally, he was one of the few directors that was in line to maybe direct Halloween 9, I think. Is it Halloween 8 or 9? Because you have Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, the Halloween 7, H2O, Halloween, yeah, it would be Halloween 9. It'd be Halloween 9, and I could see it. His style was good. I saw the shorter trailer for this, and the visuals interested me. But then I saw the longer trailer for this, and I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. There's this freaking goat walking around, and there's people dying and shit. I don't know. But it was pretty cheap, and it's a really short film. It's only like 77 minutes. So I'll definitely give it a look, because I have been wanting to see it. But the longer trailer just was confusing and had really less than spectacular acting in it. So I don't know about that in the long run. But that's Horror. Here's Arachnophobia. Yeah, the older DVD. For some reason, I don't understand the controversy behind having no spider in the middle of the moon. I don't get it. What is the controversy? Why was there no spider in the poster? Like, why was there, like, the original poster had a spider hanging down, like, you know, in the middle of the moon? Which makes sense why you have this poster set up. Why did it change? What was the reasoning behind it? Because kids were scared? People were freaked out? There's a spider on the cover? It's called Arachnophobia. You should know it's already about spiders. It's called Arachnophobia. It's about spiders. I don't understand. This looks stupid. I mean, why? I mean, there's a web in the corner up here. There's no spider on the cover, and it just looks like it's about the moon. What is this about? People's fear of a full moon? I mean, but that aside, I love this movie. It's a very entertaining, fun movie, and still gives me the creeps because I don't like spiders in this movie. Every time I see it, you know, definitely, you know, influences that fact. And it's my opinion, it's Jeff Daniels' best film, and this deserves a better DVD. The Blu-ray came out; it has the same trailer, you know, whatever, and better, you know, transfer. But we don't have an in-depth. It doesn't have to be an hour and a half long documentary. It can be at least 30 minutes. I think this movie is good enough to at least get a 30-minute documentary interviewing the cast members and interviewing the effects artists and interviewing the director. I was pretty excited to see that I had a production featurette on this DVD, but then I saw it, and it's only like 3 minutes, and it's pretty much nothing. All the production featurette is just talking about why it's called Arachnophobia and what arachnophobia is. Doesn't detail anything about making of the film. But regardless or not, it's good to have it on DVD. So, but I just think it deserves a better DVD. But since it's owned by Disney and Touchstone, they're not going to get off their ass and do anything about it. So, it's just gonna stay that way because Disney's notorious with their Hollywood pictures or their Touchstone films. You know, look at the Rocketeer 20th anniversary edition. Nothing for features. Just a new transfer. Ooh, whoopee. Adventures in Babysitting 25th anniversary edition. Nothing. That movie kickstarted Elizabeth Shue's career. Could you please? I don't know. I mean, I think it would deserve at least a documentary or a featurette or something. And it's a pretty big part of the 80s. A lot of people's favorite 80s films, one of them is usually, when it comes to comedies, is usually Adventures in Babysitting. But nope. But anyway, here we have The Beastmaster. I paid kind of a little bit more than I wanted to for this, but I thought it would be worth it because I thought this was the special. But it's not a special edition. It doesn't have the documentary on it. But you know, in the long run, it's good to have any copy of the Beastmaster because they're Anchor Bay releases and they're pretty hard to find anyway. But I remember enjoying the Beastmaster. I had fun with the film. It's definitely a lot better than Beastmaster 2, or god awful made for TV third one. I have Braxis. It's never a good thing when your title rhymes with Abraxas. It's not a good thing. So it's just. I remember having some fun with it, but I mean, it's not better than Conan the Barbarian that came out the same year. It's not even one of my favorite fantasy films of the 80s. I would definitely say I like Legend more. I would definitely say I like Sword and the Sorcerer more. Conan the Barbarian. You know, there's definitely a lot of Kroll. A lot more that I like more than Beastmaster. Because the idea is kind of silly. The idea is basically Aquaman on land. He controls the animals. It's like Aquaman, but it's on land, and he carries a sword. So, and then remember Rip Torn being an absolutely lame villain. But I'll definitely give it another look when I get around to doing my sci-fi fantasy films of the 80s series of reviews, which I'm thinking about doing sometime soon. Then we have Halloween 2, Collector's Edition from Scream Factory. Yep, I got it. At buybacks. So anyway, there's that awesome cover. Definitely if you're a fan of Halloween 2, definitely pick this up. This is the Halloween 2 edition that is worth it. Unlike the Universal's other related release that they did on Blu-ray, the only feature they had was the documentary Terror in the Isles. And I love Terror in the Isles. I like that movie a lot. It's a good documentary with, hosted by Donald Pleasance and Nancy Allen. Not really a documentary. It's a clip show. It shows all these different clips of horror films. And it's the best of the best. And it introduced me to a lot of those films, like Halloween 2, Nighthawks, Vice Squad. But that does not need to be just the only special feature on a Halloween 2 DVD or Blu-ray. Thank God Scream Factory got a hold of the rights for Halloween 2 and 3, because Universal wasn't going to do anything with them. So this has a lot of good stuff on it. It's a 2-disc set. It's got the theatrical version and the television cut, with added footage not seen in the theatrical release. It's got a commentary, 2 commentaries actually. One with Leo Rossi and Rick Rosenthal, and another one with Dick Warlock. Then you have The Nightmare Isn't Over, the making of Halloween 2, featuring interviews with Rick Rosenthal, actor stunt coordinator Dick Warlock, and actors Lance Guest, Leo Rossi, Nancy Stevens, executive producer Erwin Yablans, director of photography Dean Cundy, co-composer Alan Howarth, and more. Horror's Hallowed Grounds, their location is Halloween 2, with host Sean Clark visits original shooting locations of the film. I had fun with Sean Clark's revisiting of the locations from Halloween 3, so probably have fun with this one. Deleted scenes with optional audio commentary with director Rick Rosenthal. Alternate ending with optional audio commentary with director Rick Rosenthal. Theatrical trailer, TV and rating spots, and still gallery. So a lot of stuff jam-packed with features. This Halloween 2 DVD. It's also on Blu-ray, but I wanted to have it on DVD. It's a good companion piece to my Halloween 3 DVD. And I got Maniac. I warned you not to go out tonight. Yeah, I just wanted to see it again. I don't know. Hey guys, a little quick sort of transition here. Mom wanted me to order some pizza, which is fine with me. Pizza's always good. Papa John's barbecue chicken. Waiting for it. So I just thought I'd just show you some more of my hauls I've gotten lately. Here we have The Ultimate Fight with Ernie Reyes Jr. This film he directed, and I like Ernie Reyes Jr. Kino from Turtles 2, and it was like really cheap, so I was like, oh, we'll give it a look. I heard it's pretty bad, but we'll see. We'll see if it's really that bad. We'll see if it's like 3 Ninjas High Noon and Mega Mountain bad. Then I got this. This film was not rated. A documentary about the MPAA and their bullshit and their ridiculousness and how stupid they are with, oh, this movie's got to be R-rated because it has loud neck cracking noises in it. And there's something crazy about this film. The MPAA, you know, they're crusaders of, you know, copyright protection and all of this. There are reports out there that their employees illegally made copies of this film and distributed them to all of their employees. Talk about being a hypocrite. That is such a hypocritical move. It's scary. We're campaigning against copyright, you know, infringement, and here we are. We're infringing on copyright. We're infringing on our own copyright infringement crusade by copying all illegal copies of this movie without the consent of the filmmakers, so we can send it to our employees. Why would the MPAA even really want to watch this in the first place is beyond me, because all it does is slam them. But it's crazy. But anyway, I was glad to pick this up. Wanted to see it for a while, so I'll definitely give that a look sometime. Probably be a fun documentary revealing the MPAA's, you know, dirty laundry, so to speak. I got a movie called Three Blind Mice with Edward Furlong. It's like a suspense thriller dealing with Edward Furlong is a computer programmer, and he sees some chick get killed on a webcam chat, and then he gets involved in some mystery. So it sounded interesting to me, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a look. It's really cheap as well. And then I got something called Close Your Eyes, and the plot of it sounds interesting, but I saw the really long trailer that they had, theatrical promo, and I don't know about it. It seems like it's got a lot of good reviews. It's like a psychological thriller / horror film, but I'll definitely give it a look someday down the road. But I guess, you know, it was a blind buy, so to speak, because I only could have got it because it sounded interesting. House of Thousand Corpses. This is my only Rob Zombie movie, to be honest, I really like. Devil's Rejects, I only saw once. I didn't care for it. Maybe I need to watch it again. But this is the type of film Rob Zombie I'm okay with making, because he's not screwing up another horror franchise. He's making his own, and, you know, his style of redneck, you know, craziness works well with this film. It doesn't work well with Halloween. And this has got a really clever setup for the DVD. It's got character hosted menus that are just literally, you know, Captain Spaulding, and it shows up in the main menu. Are like, well, I'll shit the bed. Look who's here. It was pretty funny. You know, and he's all like, well, don't just sit there, you know, grabbing your dick and just pick something. Well, you know, what do you do? Well, so it's just, yeah, it was pretty funny. I thought it was. And then you had, you know, Baby. She hosts another one. Bill Moseley hosts another one. You know, as you know, Otis. Bill Moseley's character in this Otis is literally just Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Just a little bit more subdued, but it's the same accent, the same performance, the same everything. It's almost uncanny, really, at least to me anyway. But I definitely want to give this a more. I saw this the first time with my dad. We rented it a long time ago, and we enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I remember it having a lot of good visuals, a lot of imaginative stuff, and I could see why Rob Zombie was really considered a hot commodity after this film. because he showed a lot of talent with House of a Thousand Corpses. It wasn't on display in Halloween, especially not in Halloween 2. And we have the 6-day special edition. Yeah, I don't know why there's a special edition of this and not of True Lies. But that's because it's Columbia Pictures, not 20th Century Fuckface. But anyway, 6 Day, I have fun with 6 Day. I would say it's not one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I think one of the problems it has is it's PG-13. It really kind of limited some of the things it could do. But I like the idea. It's interesting. And, yeah, I remember it being a pretty entertaining film. I mean, in comparison to Roger Spottiswood's other films, like Stop and Run with Shoot, The 6 Day is 10 times better than that. But, yeah, it's kind of hard to believe there's a 2-disc of this out there. But got it for pretty cheap, so I was like, okay. It's basically got an audio commentary on disc 1. Disc 2 just basically has 9 behind-the-scenes featurettes called On the 6th Day. 9! Showtime special, The Future is Coming, storyboard comparison and animatics, repet, infomercial and TV spot, theatrical trailers. So, if you're a fan of The 6th Day, definitely pick this up. I mean, if you can, but I always thought this cover was kind of weird, kind of photoshopped. But that's pretty cool, The 6th Day. This is a good movie, so I think it's a fun flick. Necessary Evil with Lance Henriksen, Danny Trejo, a Lionsgate direct-to-video movie. It deals with like some kind of psychological suspense, sort of horror, sort of mindfuck type thing, dealing with Catherine Fiore. Yeah, it looks. I saw the trailer and I was like, huh, that's not what I thought it was gonna be. Because with this cover, you're thinking of like some biohazard, biological, weapon movie, but it's not. So it's kind of like, huh. Okay, well that's not what it is. Okay, all right. Well, okay. And I got some VHS. Last stuff to show you guys. I got some more DVDs to show you too. But I want to show you the VHS that I got. Yeah. Lately. These are all Goodwill finds. Raw Justice with Pamela Anderson and David Keith. Pamela Anderson basically plays a really bit role in this. It's basically more of David Keith's film. He plays a bounty hunter. You have Death Race 2000. Fun, Roger Corman flick with Stallone. Early performance by Stallone as Machine Gun Joe Vitrebo. Vitrebo or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. David Carradine's good as Frankenstein. Something called Hard as Nails. I don't know why this shitty low-budget New Concord flick, New Horizons New Concord flick has one of these covers on it. Look at that chick wield that sword. Ooh, she's hard as nails. But really, it's not about her. It's about some other guy. It's not even about a chick. It's about some dude named Matt Westmore. So that was funny. Then we have Ambushed with Courtney B. Vance and Jeremy Elliott and Robert Patrick. Pretty good cast in this one. Courtney B. Vance, Jeremy Elliott, William Forsythe, David Keith, Virginia Madsen, Bill Nunn, Charles Hallahan, William Sadler, and Robert Patrick. And it's directed by Ernest Dickerson. And this is like a sort of deals with the Ku Klux Klan type thing. So yeah, I mean, Ernest Dickerson's a solid director, and I've heard some decent things about this. I saw the trailer, looked interesting, so that's Ambushed. I mean, that's a good cast. And then, you won't believe this. The title for this is, I don't think any of the movies I'm going to show you today are going to beat this title. They get ready to roll on the floor laughing, because if you don't, then man, I don't know about you. I'm laughing just looking at this. I got this because of the title. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And the film is called Sex and Buttered Popcorn. This is what it's called. It's called Sex and Buttered Popcorn. That is hilarious. Sex and Buttered Popcorn. It's basically what it is. It's a documentary hosted by Ned Beatty about, Hollywood exploitation films, early in 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 the 50s, you know, in the 40s and 30s and so forth. You know, 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's what this is. It's not a porno. Even though it's what it sounds like. Sex and butter popcorn. There's not only one sex and butter popcorn. There's actually, I think there's like 3 or 4. So there's like 4 movies. So there's Sex and Butter Popcorn. There's Sex and Butter Popcorn 2. There's Sex and Butter Popcorn 3. There's Sex and Butter Popcorn 4. It's a franchise. But anyway, yeah. I mean, this title was classic. So you have that, and then have a few more. A VHS right here of Evil Altar. If you look closely, who does that look like to you? I know who it looks like to me. It looks like Mickey Rourke. No, I got this. It was really cheap, and it's actually got Robert Zadar as a good guy. He's a cop, which is definitely interesting to see Robert Zadar playing somebody other than maniac cop. So he plays a cop, but he's not a maniac. That's interesting. An Evil Altar. It's probably pretty lame, but I said, oh, why not? And then, I forgot about. Okay, I haven't really seen these films all the way through, and I couldn't pass this up. It was pretty cheap. The Man with No Name trilogy box set, VHS with Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, Bad. That's all, folks. No, Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, and Ugly, and For a Few Dollars More. And there it looks like that, and then it looks like that from the. So, Clint Eastwood. So, you know, I'm not a big Western fan, but I have a feeling I'll probably enjoy those. I watched some of the clips of, for a fistful of dollars, watched some of the clips of that in my film class at Clark College. Anyway, here I'm going to show you the discs I got, the stuff I got from Blockbuster, which was from in the sleeves from their online service. Delivery, which is like some movie about some crazy pizza delivery fat fuck of a guy killing people. It looks really bad, so I don't know about that one. Mindhunters, wanted to check this one out with Val Kilmer, Christian Slater. The Vanishing, also known as Sporeless. This is the Criterion Collection. I got this for $1. All these were $1. It doesn't have the case, but the disc works fine. That's pretty much all that matters, to be honest. And so that's the original Vanishing. I think it's a French film. Future War with Daniel Bernhardt. If you want a good laugh, look up Future War trailer on YouTube and watch it, because it is hilarious. This movie, it has Daniel Bernhardt freaking jump kicking a T-Rex. I'm not kidding. He's fighting a T-Rex. Yeah, dinosaurs and martial arts and Robert Zadar. Yeah, that's what. That's Future War for you. Bloody Movie. It's an 80s slasher film with a pretty decent cast. But I thought as soon as I found out that Dan Haggerty was in it, I watched the trailer and I'm like, Dan Haggerty, great! This is gonna be a blast. It'll be hilarious. Bloody Movie. Looked like it might have some decent practical effects, and it looked like it was definitely bloody. Jessica, a Ghost Story, a mega entertainment film. God, I forgot how shitty this trailer for this film looks. I don't know why I bought it now. Maybe I just thought it was hard to find, but then I looked on Amazon and it's not hard to find at all. So it's one of those where you're like, ew. Well, it'd probably make a decent rant. Criterion Collection DVD of Man Bites Dog, a movie I've heard a lot about, but I've never seen because the idea is kind of just, I don't know, just unappealing to me. A documentary crew follows a psychopath around his daily, casual, walks while he commits murders. I don't know. And then I get Akira, which is the harder to find Genion remastered edition, I guess. I don't know if it's the right one with the right, what is it, voice overs or whatever, but I haven't seen the film more than once, so only seen it once, so I don't think I tell the difference either way when it comes to that. Now we have a few more. Pulse with Madeline Stowe. It's also known as Octane. I saw the trailer for it. It looked interesting to me. There's a bunch of these crazy, basically a group of these killers who, led by Norman Reedus, who basically go in and they drive this tanker, a truck, that carries gas. And they drive this tanker around, and it's empty in the back, and they basically kidnap people, and they take their blood. They drink their blood type thing. So it's a cult. And you got Madeline Stowe. Well, like Madeline Stowe, I think she's good in a lot of thriller movies. Blink, she was really good in that. That's a really underrated movie. Then Bijou Phillips, Blowjob Phillips is in this, who was in Fright Night. Misha Barton, she doesn't look too sticks and bones here. Still pretty thin and skinny. And Jonathan Rhys Meyers is in this as well, the guy who was in From Russia with Love. But anyway, the trailer I saw for it looked interesting. And I've heard some decent reviews of it. So I was like, okay, we'll give it a look. Pulse. And there's so many films with the title Pulse. There's the 80s sci-fi horror film with, things that are electronics coming to life. And you have the Japanese one, the American remake, that movie Pulse. Like, wow, there's a lot of movies called Pulse. And I got this Kentucky Fried Movie. I have a lot of fun with this movie. This is an Anchor Bay release, so I got it for $2. I was pretty psyched at that. It's just basically widescreen, and it has a commentary with John Landis, the Zucker brothers, and Jim Abrams, and the producer. And it has a trailer and behind the scenes photo gallery. But it doesn't really have a documentary or anything. But it's nice to have it on DVD instead of a best video VHS. The best video is usually really crappy VHS tapes, by the way, which I find ironic. It's called best video and it's terrible quality. And then I got this movie, Gary Daniels in Witness to a Kill. I saw the trailer for this and it looks like it might be fun. It's a lot of wire foo. It's a lot of unrealistic sort of action, maybe like the Japanese action movies. And few people have seen it on IMDb bitch about that. It's not realistic at all. And I'm like, you're missing the point. It's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be more of the wire foo. So if you're into the wire foos type stuff, it might be a good deal. And I saw the trailer. It looked like it might have a decent, looked like it had a lot of action in it. And I like Gary Daniels. So I'm looking forward to checking this out, actually. Witness to a Kill. I've never heard of it before, too. So that was another reason why. This has got to be one of my best buys in a while. Frankenhooker, the Unearthed Special Uncut Edition. And you won't believe how much I paid for this. I didn't pay the retail price. That's the lowest price on Amazon for this used is $23. So plus shipping will be $26. I paid $2 for this. $2. Dos. I mean, that is really good. That's good luck. I mean, that's a lot of my luck seems to coincide with movies, and actually, to be honest, lately my school, which is really cool. It's nice to have luck, so to speak, when you're at school. And I gotta get something. Oh. Oh. Had to go pick up that delicious barbecue chicken pizza. Anyway, back to Frankenhooker. $2. Really good deal. I watched the features on it. It's got a decent amount of features. It's got a good transfer on it. It's released from 2006. It's got a commentary with Frank Henenlotter and the makeup effects artist Gabe Bartalos. It has a little interview with Patty Mullen that was fun, called A Salad That Was Once Named Elizabeth. A Stitch in Time, the makeup effects of Frankenhooker. Really, informative. Actually, pretty decent in length. Pretty long in length. Basically, recollection with videos from Gabe Bartalos' personal collection talking about the makeup effects of Frankenhooker. And then Turning Trick, Jennifer Delora remembers Frankenhooker. Jennifer Delora was a lot of fun to watch. She's definitely a personality. She played one of the hookers in the film Angel, and she And she basically talks about her experience with the film, and she goes beyond that, talks about her career and her life, and I thought it was really interesting and fun. And then she talks about her. Then she shows her photo scrapbook, which is fun as well. Then you have trailers and stuff like that. But if you're a fan of Frankenhooker, definitely try to pick this up. But good luck finding it for as cheap as I found it, because good luck to you on that. I would say my luck is really good with this type of stuff, getting these type of movies I like, or getting rare, hard to find stuff for cheap. And everywhere I go out of state. I do the same thing happens. I go. I'm really blessed in that regard, and I'm also blessed in the regard of my school and how it's going for me at the moment. So that's really good too. So hopefully that all work well out. Hopefully this luck will all work out well in the end for most of my finals as well. But anyway, this is Frankenhooker. And then last couple DVDs I got here: Fire in the Sky. I love underrated movie. My favorite. I could definitely say my favorite alien abduction movie. Fire in the Sky. The Stand on DVD, and these were like $5. So The Stand. These are pretty hard to find DVDs. This is like definitely more than $5 anywhere else. And the same for Fire in the Sky. So that was cool. Those are good buys. And then this is some an eBay lot I won a while back with Witch Trap, which is directed by Kevin S. Tenney, who directed Witchcraft. No, not Witchcraft. Witchboard. He directed Witchboard. And it has the same actors from Witchboard, James Quinn and Judy Tatum, and also you have Kathleen, you have Linnea Quigley in it. So it's like, is this a sequel? But no, it's not a sequel. It's really weird. Then you have a movie called Lurkers, which stars nobody I know. Yeah, nobody I know. I've heard of the director, though, Roberta Findlay. That's about it. And then Devil Times 5. It's got the cover got worn out, but this is one Leif Garrett, with a bunch of kids killing adults and stuff way before Children of the Corn. Open House. Direct-to-video slasher film starring Joseph Bottoms and Adrienne Barbeau. Adrienne Barbeau is in this? Wow, I did not know that. It's going to be interesting to watch, huh? Adrienne Barbeau. And Joseph Bottoms. Huh. Then something called The Housekeeper. She cooks, she cleans, she kills. It's like more of like a sort of suspense thriller than an actual horror film. And then the last thing I got was a movie called Heaven is a Playground, which looked like it might be really kind of interesting basketball drama with D.B. Sweeney. You have Michael Warren from Hill Street Blues. Some guy named Victor Love. You have Bo Kimball and Hakeem Olajuwon, the basketball great, is in this. So yeah, that's Heaven is a Playground, and that's it for the unboxing / VHS DVD update, and it's been a pretty long one. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and I am out of here.